All right. Hi, y'all. It's Dr. Ali, and today I'm going to share with you all about how to be more consistent and how you can create more predictable generating revenue in your business. I wanted to share a little bit about it today because I just got off of a call. It was actually an accountability pod call with some of my clients in my academy, and they were sharing some of the things that they're working on next. And I began to think about some of the growth I've seen, some consistent growth I've seen across the pattern, say pattern, because sometimes it has to be a pattern for you to notice what is the system in the process. So as you guys are popping in, say hi, and let me know on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being that you are extremely consistent in all the things that you do, and then 0 meaning you have difficulty with being consistent in your business. And keep it real, because this is high joy. This is one of the things that we're noticing, that a lot of our friends are not having strength, or seeing the progress, or seeing consistent progress in your business and its growth. So hey, Dr. Joy, let me make sure I get you guys in there. Hey, Bernadette, I see all of my current clients, my previous clients, my love clients. Hi, person that says Facebook user. Awesome, awesome. So thanks for keeping it real, because to be quite honest, being consistent is one of the things that is super, super challenging, especially for moms, busy moms, and moms that have special needs children, which is me and a lot of my clients, but also for a lot of professionals out there who are trying to juggle. Type the word juggle. We're trying to do all the things. And when we're trying to do all the things, one of the balls are always dropping. And when one of the balls drop, it makes it harder for us to have that consistency in our life and that consistency in our business. And it's real. Real recognizes real, right? Real recognizes real. But one of the things that you guys can say about me, and let me know if I'm right or wrong. I know I'm kind of steaming on the right side, but if you feel that one thing about me over the years you've been following me is that I am consistent. You'll see something from me almost every single day. You will see me showing up in my business. You'll see me showing up in my life. And if you want to see the books, you'll see I'm showing up on the back end in my systems and in the growth in revenue in my business and in my clients' businesses. And some of the things that we notice that are the biggest challenge is when things happen that derail us, right? Unpredictable. Type down unpredictable. When unpredictable happens, a lot of us tend to fall by the side. We're like, oh my goodness, we didn't expect it. I mean, think about, actually did a great speech about things that will fall to the wayside. Exactly. And we have to be okay with that, sis. We got to be okay with the fact that everything can't be 100% okay. Like I've been explaining to my tribe on the inside when we meet weekly, that I'm at this moment knowing I am not on my 100% in terms of how I respond because of lifing within the last few months. But being okay with saying that and still taking steps forward. So here's the number one secret behind consistency. Y'all ready for the number one secret? So you ready for the number one secret behind being more consistent so you can have revenue growth? So you can have consistent revenue growth. And the number one secret is, and this is something I had to find out, it was a hard lesson for me to find out, is making sure that I celebrate my baby wins. I know y'all are expecting something gigantic, right? But baby wins matter. Baby wins matter, and sometimes we don't stop to celebrate the little steps, the little things that we did get accomplished, the things that the little course that we've made between where we were a year ago or 2 or 3 years ago compared to where we are now. She broke it down from work to family to business. There's no such thing as balance. You make it work. That is so completely true. I gave up balance a long time ago when my coach Lisa Nichols said there's no such thing as balance. There's something we call harmony. So I stopped trying to get the same amount of time spent with my family, with the same amount of time with my son, the same amount of time with work, my same amount of time with my business, because there's no such thing as trying to have the same amount of time. But what there is having the concentrated effort, type out the word effort, to make sure that you're touching in specific areas that are super important to you and that are important to your future. that are important to you and important to your future. Now, most of you guys know I'm a legacy driven business coach. I speak a lot about not just pop up shops. I believe in taking time. Yes, I'm the take the time coach. I don't believe that we need to do all these pop up things and everything needs to be done with rush, but I do believe that we should take the time to instill one step at a time, one step at a time, so that we are not rushing to feel overwhelmed. We're feeling overwhelmed when we're trying to do too much, team too much. And a perfect example of that is when we were going through an accountability pod. I was supporting them on how to run their pod successfully, so that they can see consistent growth. That's why I came back to you guys to speak to you about it. And one of the major things about this, and we're gonna dive deeper into this during our virtual biz retreat for those who want to come. I'm going to have a virtual biz retreat next weekend, and we're going to dive a little deeper into how to manage your time and to have more time flow. But one of the things that the ladies said was they started going into one thing they want to get accomplished by next week, and then they started moving into all the other things they want to get accomplished the following week, and then the following week, and then the following week. When we take too much, when we try to bite the whole cow, that's what I call it. We don't need to bite the whole meal in one bite, right? And some of us are trying to do all the things in one thing. And I tell you guys, Zachary is my best teacher. He's the one that has helped me to slow things down, has helped me to create consistent steps, meaning I'm going to take a step today and maybe not a step tomorrow, but by the next 2 or 3 days, there'll be another step, right? And some days when I have the energy, type down have the energy, when we have more momentum, when we're operating on higher vibrations, then we can take a few steps on those days. But be okay on the days when we're not floating high, on the days that a lot is going on. And one thing, you want to know the one thing I do for consistent growth? The one thing I do for consistent growth, why my business keeps growing each year, why it's doubling, and why when my clients invest in me, especially in my higher pace program where they have more accountability with me, why they're seeing growth and progress so fast. The one thing we need to know is know our body and know when we are operating on higher vibrations and when we are not. And if we're not, those are not the times to focus on those specific things. Have the energy. Exactly, Isabella. Those are not the times we want to focus on certain things. So we find the space where we are floating high. Perfect case. Some days I don't even want to talk business. Well, it doesn't happen often. On most days, I enjoy talking business. Ask my friends. Like, we went away to Miami. We spent some time together, my CEO sisters. And when we start talking business and sales, oh my gosh, I light up. I'm like a lightning bulb, because I'm operating in high vibrations in that space. I love it. I love business. I love to see us grow. I love when we support each other. I love to see us activating our next levels. I love to see us trusting each other. I love to see us moving forward in our life. And I really, really love to see when we do the things that we thought we couldn't do. So when I'm in high vibrations, I tend to float with more energy towards that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some days when I don't even want to talk business, which is very rare, but it does happen. On those days when I don't talk business, does that mean I stop showing up? Do you guys think that means I stop showing up? No. Heck no. There's 50 million other things that's happening in my life. So today, if I didn't feel like talking business earlier, I'll speak about my son. I'll celebrate something he's doing. I'll speak about something that's happening in my life or with my clients. I'll celebrate something that they're doing. Why? So I can operate on higher vibrations and I can be consistent still in areas that I can shine. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So what happens to a lot of us is when things are not going the way we want it to go, we kind of give up on it all. And we kind of, okay, everything's for the wash. And you throw everything down the drain. Everything don't need to go down the drain. Everything does not need to go down the drain. Type down not everything. Maybe the things that are not operating the way we need it at that time. Maybe the things that we're just not feeling good about. Hence the reason I always say get support. Why I'm always doing master classes. Why every month or every 2 months you'll see me doing another program to do what? But support you and to make sure you're getting what you need. I'm doing all these biz retreats all over the place, and people are like, I want to do a retreat too. Okay, then I'll show you how to do a retreat. if I can do it with high vibrations, then it feels good to do it. Then I get to operate in flow. Type down operate in flow. When we can do more things that causes us to operate in flow, that causes us to be and feel good about what we're doing, then we begin to become more consistent in the space. I know we still have to do the things that we absolutely don't love. For the things that we absolutely don't love, my biggest suggestion is A, wait until you're in flow with it, or B, hire someone else to do it. Like, there are many people who don't like to do sales. They can't stand doing sales. So they have hired me to come to their event and do their sales because I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy having sales conversations and helping people with their next. And as a result of that, their businesses have thrived as a result of that. I went to Aruba with another set of my clients. They brought me in specifically just to help them with the areas that they didn't want to operate in flow with. Not yet. We worked on it, we showed them how to do it, and then over time, their relationship will change and they'll be able to change their energy and operate more with that. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm definitely dropping some things soon. I'm going back to school in September. Come through. Some things are going to have to go to the side. The things that are not helping in building our legacy, the things that are not helping in us feeling good about ourselves and feeling good about the lives that we have. Look at what you have when you're putting all the list together. See what you need to do. See what you may need to consult or hire someone else to do. And then make sure you release the things that you just don't need to be doing anymore. And some of the things that I released, that I said, okay, we're going to take this completely off of our plate, are some of the programs that I had before. I'm like, okay, those are cool for the moment, but I'm not going to sit in that space. Some things I'm going to keep because I absolutely love it. I love doing live events. You guys are going to see me doing a few live events. I'm coming out to Michigan this weekend. I'm going to have Aruba the following weekend, and then we're going to be doing that virtually. And I'm looking forward to Buzz Beach, Bali in November. I'm looking forward to, possibly doing a live event in New York for our masterminders. So I love people. I love being around people. I don't know if you've ever been in any of my spaces where I'm actually around people. And when I can work with people, it makes me feel in high vibrations. So those are the things that I enjoy. Those are the things I'm going to pick up and keep. All right. Does that make sense? So here's your one tip for today. Let me know what was your takeaway. Let me know what was the value of you just popping in today. Let me know if you're interested in joining our virtual biz retreat next weekend, which is going to be, what is it, Saturday and Sunday, June 25th and 26th, where we're going to talk all things about behind the scenes of creating your own retreat and or intimate events and how you can monetize it and become profitable with it. I'm going to share with you all, well, not all, some, some of the key templates that you can use to help you to have a successful event. And then we're also going to talk about how to become more comfortable in sales and sales invitations and all the things that leads towards more profitability. Most importantly, so you're more consistent. Because if we're not doing consistent things in sales, then our revenue is going to be showing that also. Sorry, but it's true. Somebody had to tell you, and it's me. All right. So if you're interested, then definitely go to virtualbizretreat.com and you'll have access to join us next week. You have either first class ticket or you have your business class ticket. Of course, your first class ticket comes with extra access to one-on-one sessions for your own intensive, where you get to go over some of your sales strategies of moving forward for the rest of the year. Y'all, could you believe it? I can't believe it is already June. I can't believe that we're stepping into the 7th month of the year. I'm grateful for the first 6 months. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot of good, and it had some not so good in it. But you know what? I'm grateful to still be here. What are you still grateful for? You hear Zachary celebrating in the back. What are you still grateful for? Make sure you leave this session on high vibration so that you can now go ahead and activate what is the next thing that you need to be more consistent with. Having difficulties with consistency, then hit me up. That means you need help. That means you need help, and that's okay. Ask for help, jump into a DM and see how I can best support you so that you are always winning in the game. Winning, winning, winning. Winning in the game is what we need. All right. And it's in the game of life and business, not just life by itself and not just business by itself, but your life biz plan and your life biz experience. All right. So I love y'all. Have a blessed and amazing day. Hope you enjoyed our session today. And I will catch you guys. For those of you in Michigan, I'll see you in Michigan. And for those of you in the virtual biz retreat, I'll see you next weekend in the virtual biz retreat. Have an amazing June. And let's start off July Q3 freaking powerful. Oh, P.S. For the virtual biz retreat, we are going to do some planning into Q3. So if you do need some support with your Q3 planning in terms of content, in terms of some of the things you need to do for marketing and your sales strategy, then you definitely want to be at the virtual biz retreat. All right. Love y'all. Have a blessed and amazing day. Let me type that down so you guys have it here because I did not think of doing it in the banner, but it's never too late. Virtualbizretreat.com. Hopefully that goes to it. Oh, you see, look, I left out a whole letter. All right, there we go. So we can slide that in there so you guys have access to that. Put it up there so you guys can see it. All right. All right. Have an amazing day and catch you next time.